Shalom and good day, all. This is Tehillim29 back again for another DC comic review. And in this DC comic review, I'll be covering Batman The Adventures Continue Season 3, Issues 1 and 2 together. You will get to see Issue 3 come up as well for this. So until then, I'll be focusing on the first two issues, to which I'll be rating as one story. So starting off with first things first, do these covers in any way, shape or form connect to something that's happening inside of either of the stories? For the first one, not so much, but overall I do give it a 7 out of 10. But for the second one, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. As you can feel where the story is actually going towards. I'll now get things organized to show the internal art around the beginning, middle, and end of both. So as the story begins, in the first issue, we have Batman taking on Killer Croc, and also behind the scenes, we have something happening with one of the prisoners, which we learn is at Stonegate Prison. Slowly approaching the middle of the story, we end up catching up with the characters of Black Mask and also Cobblepot, also known as the Penguin. We finally return back to Gotham City, as we also get to see Alfred make an appearance, as well as Jim Gordon, and I believe we might have Renee Montoya making an appearance, but it's not completely confirmed properly in this particular issue. Slowly moving towards the end, and we get to see one of the villains doing some damages, and also working with another set villain in the story, and jumping towards the end, to which we, of course, catch back up again with Batman, but also Amanda Waller. As we begin the second issue, we end up catching up with Harley Quinn, or Harleen Quinzel, and we learn that she's now somewhat making a connection to someone that is basically being sought for. Batman, of course, makes his appearance and brings her in for questioning. As the story continues, Batman chases up his leads, plus taking care of a couple of villains. And as we finally move towards the end, we end up Batman helping to recover someone who was believed kidnapped. Alright, for the internal art, as it was pretty consistent for both issues, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the story rating, to which this being a new run. So first things first, we don't actually have any comic references, so we got to move into the area of time, to which the only time-related thing that we had was later come up, but it didn't say how much later. Moving into the next area, we had locations, to which we had Stonegate Prison. This I find a little bit too lazy, which is not far away, but where it's sort of made up. We also had, in issue 2, we had the location of Brazil and also the Batcave. Moving into, last but not least, the cast of characters, to which we had Janet Von Dorm, to which was actually seen at the very beginning of the first issue. We had Mr. Delgado, again seen on the very first issue. We had Batman, Killer Croc, Jim Gordon, which was really nice. The Penguin, Black Mask, Alfred, even Amanda Waller made her appearance. We also had Harley Quinn, Cassie Kendark, to which is actually seen on the cover there. On the second issue, blonde hair next to, we also had Two-Face and Rusty Frax, who was one of the villains in the particular story. For the overall story rating in this, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.